Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy, your #1 place to get reviews for the magic of the latest and the greatest. No unknown titles, right? You guys are watching the trailers for these. They're hitting the shelves. They're what all the kids at the playground are talking about. I open the box and tell you exactly what your money gets you. I leave no stone unturned, okay? So today we're looking at Nostalgia from Nikolas Mavresis. You know what I love about Nikolas Mavresis? His stuff is so creative. It's so creative. And this trick is super cool. I like this trick. For one, because it's one of those tricks that uses a deck of cards that isn't a deck of cards, right? So Nostalgia is the classic, like old school classic toys that probably for a lot of you, your dad or your grandfather played with. And it's a deck of these Nostalgia toys. The back design has all the toys like on little shelves. But here's the cool part. It's marked. The entire deck is marked. You could do marked deck effects with this. Even though they're only going to teach you one, you could do others. In addition to that, they're going to give you 5 extra cards that have a different colored back, which means if you took 5 of the standard and 5 of the different colored back, you could do a 1-for-1 ESP match. So if you already know you lay a card down, I lay a card down trick that uses ESP cards, you could do that trick with these cards. They include those 5 bonus cards just for you so that you could do that effect. But the effect they teach you is something different. So in Nostalgia, you bring out the deck and you explain that it's 2 sets of cards, right? And you're supposed to play it as a game of Snap. Now, Peter Nardi just throws that out. He says, oh yeah, we made it into a Snap game because everybody knows what Snap is. And I was like, I don't know what Snap is. I had to Google it. So it's a game similar in the USA to Slapjack. So if you are in the USA with me, we would know it as Slapjack, where you slap a jack instead of calling it Snap, okay? So I think Americans know Slapjack better, but in Britain, Snap, it's a household game. So if you know Snap, you're familiar with it, you know the game, tell me down below that you already know it, okay? Tell me that I'm weird, that I don't know Snap, okay? So you get 2 sets of cards, they're both identical. You let them pick whichever half they want, okay? And they can select any card they want. Select any card from the fan. They select the card and you know it because you read the marking. And you can reveal it any which way that you want. There's no questions, no fishing, you'll just know. So then you could take it a step further and you bring out a little velvet bag and you say, inside this velvet bag, I have one of these toys. So let's do it again. So then you do it again. You give them the deck, you have them deal down some cards. They make all the decisions themselves. They select a card and it's a little music box. And you say, well, that's interesting because like I said, I have the prediction right here. And from the velvet bag comes a little music box and it even plays a little song that could also be a different revelation, which I'm not going to expose. But basically you get 2 hits out of that 1 prediction, and on top of that it's marked, and on top of that you can do a marked deck trick, and on top of that you can do an ESP style trick. I know. I've talked too much. You want to see the cards. Here's your 1 negative. I'm going to give you the 1 negative right now, okay? It says Nostalgia at the top of this box. So if someone were to Google Nostalgia magic trick, you would probably get a hit on Alakazam. But other than that, the box doesn't have any sort of markings on it that says that it's a magic trick. It's made to look exactly like memory snap cards. Going through the deck, this is the back design right here. So it's a one-way back design. that shows all the same characters on the back that you'll also see on the face. So there's the Pink Panther, the music box, a little stackable pyramid, a race car, blocks, a top, a robot, Slinky, army men, a wooden rocking horse, Legos, a Game Boy, a troll, a Viewmaster, and then the deck repeats. In addition to all of that, you'll get a velvet pouch and a real working music box. So how's the video? The video, like I said, is 27 minutes long. You're gonna get an intro. They go over the history. They talk about what you get, how to read the marks, how to carry it all, and how to do the trick. And really, in 27 minutes, that's all they have time for. There's 2 stages to the trick, like I said. There's the first stage of fanning the cards and having them select one, which really at that point is just reading the mark and revealing it. You can reveal it any which way you want. The second stage is a standard, classic, age-old force that you probably already know. And again, I would say, as long as you're forcing one of the 2 forcing cards, you can force the card any which way you want. In the trick, they teach you to force it with the second half of the other deck. But if you're savvy, you probably wouldn't even need to do that. You could probably figure out how to do it so that you could just keep the half of deck that you're using, the half deck that you're using, and force it that way. There's probably a million different ways. So really, the first half of the trick is take any card. The second half of the trick is a force, and then you just reveal the music box and you're done. So super simple, super simple. I think the way they teach it to you in the video, a beginner could do it. Which for a 2-stage trick that doesn't use playing cards, that kind of pitches itself more as mentalism, it's a great little trick for the money. I think you're getting a lot, and I think this is another winner, right? This is another home run for Nikolas Mavresis and Alakazam. So that was all my positives, and I already gave you my negatives. So the only thing left to say is alakazam.co.uk. That's where you want to go, right? That's where you want to go. And so if you live here in the States, don't worry. You're not going to pay overseas shipping, and you don't have to wait for something to come from overseas because you got Chris James manning the Alakazam warehouse here in the States. So big, huge thanks to Peter and Henry Nardi and Chris James and everyone down there who continues to support my channel. I love Alakazam a ton. So that's where you want to go, guys. See you next time. Bye. Hey, if you've been enjoying the content here on this channel, I've got something seriously exciting for you. For just $2 a month, that's right, less than a cup of coffee, you can become an official channel member and unlock a treasure trove of exclusive content. As a member, you'll get instant access to over 700 members-only videos. That's right, hundreds of hours of deep dives, behind-the-scene moments, bonus content, and more that you won't find anywhere else. It could be an extra magic review. It could be opening a box and showing you exactly what the gimmick looks like. It could be showing you the markings on a marked deck. There are head-to-head battles where I pit 2 similar tricks together. I'm going to show you my EDC, share my pattern for certain tricks, and I even have magic tutorials. Plus, it gets even better because I drop 2 brand new exclusive videos every single week just for members. That means the content never stops, and neither does the value that you're getting for just $2 a month. It's a simple way to support the channel and return to get more of the content that you already love and appreciate. So go ahead, hit that join button down below, and I'll see you on the inside.